Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Sunday morning. Put a 1 in the live chat for Jesus. How about we start right there? Put a 1 in the live chat for Jesus. Folks, this is not a show. I don't have notes and stuff like that. I'm having a beer. If you want to join me, if you want to call in and talk reckless, hopefully you're inebriated. Hopefully you're high on something. It's now Sunday morning. I had a great day yesterday, which was Friday, up until 5:30 p.m. My dumbass started trying to get those roots up that were growing up under the driveway. And I was drained. So I couldn't do a show last night, right? And then my dumbass woke up today. Well, it's now Sunday, but Saturday morning, back at it with the pick, the shovel, trying to pull these roots from up under the driveway. I live in Emerald Isle, North Carolina. It's beautiful. I live right on the beach. The beach is right up my goddamn front door. But the house that I rent, and I rent for a reason. At my age, I don't want to do yard work. I don't ever want to see a French drain again. I don't want to do any roofing. I have grapevines, as you know, in the backyard. I have a Bartlett pear tree that I planted last year. I've got the squirrels, but I don't want to do yard work. But my dumb ass, I have obsessive compulsive disorder. And that's why I've been fucking around with these goddamn roots, trying to pull them out from up under the driveway. It's a whole clusterfuck, but just I'm having a beer this morning. How you guys doing in the live chat? How you doing? I want to talk to you. The title is not trending. I'll let you know right now. Sometimes the best shows that we have, the titles are not trending, but we have quality over quantity. The comments after the show and people who call in and we have a discussion, those are the best shows, in my opinion. So, are black people pretending to be Native American? There seems to be a backlash from Native Americans and people who are using the term now, Pretendians. You guys heard that? Pretendians. I've got one video that I might play, but I figured we could more so just talk, as we do, exchange information. And as they used to say back in the 80s, each one teach one, beloved. Each one teach one, beloved. All right. Also, we're going to touch on a few things here. Does anybody care about Tank versus Tyrese, a versus match that they had? I didn't watch it. I mean, I only saw the little highlights. Tyrese is a great guy. We used to work together back in the days when I was hosting, me and Buckwild, the Beat Suite on MTV, and he was hosting, I think it was called MTV Jams. So we worked together for months and maybe 6-7 months. Great guy. Tank, never met him. Tank has a track that I really liked from years ago. I think it's called I Don't Think You're Ready. And they had tension back and forth on this particular verses. I'm going to play a couple of clips here. In case you don't know, Tank, Tyrese, and Genuine, they had a group called TGT, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. They released one album. It only sold 76,000 units, if memory serves me correctly here. In 2013, they released Three Kings on Atlantic Records. Didn't go gold, definitely didn't go platinum, and they haven't put out any projects together since. So there's real tension between Tyrese and Tank. And you will see it in the clips, all right? Hey, also, showrunner, if I can just ramble here for a second, because again, this is not a show. I'm having a beer. Are you attracted to your demons? Fellas, I want to talk to you more so than females. I myself am guilty of that, being attracted to my demons. I'm man enough to admit it. a certain type of woman, a go-getter, a cutthroat bitch, a conniving, scandalous woman. You know, they motivate me. We have a lot to talk about. We have, you know, things that I want to hear come from her. I like women. I like the ambiance, the mystique of a woman. So I want to ask you, are you attracted to your demons? Well, are women demonic? Well, in the mystical world, yes. In the mystical world. Let me look in the live chat. I feel like rambling. In the mystical world, yes, women are demonic. I studied religion for decades. I had to reach a point of a rational awakening. You know, I didn't just become an atheist or a non-believer by way of some type of tragedy or disappointment. No, I simply woke up from the dream. But prior to that, I had to cross-reference many things, religious doctrines, and different avenues to reach, again, the point of a rational awakening. Do you guys know who Adam's first wife was? It wasn't Eve. Who was Adam's first wife? Now, if you're not of the Jewish culture, then you probably wouldn't know. I say that respectfully. And this, according to old Jewish texts, Adam had a wife before Eve. Let me look in the live chat real quick. Whoo, and she bucked up on him. Arr, arr, arr. Defiant. Demonic. Eve was more compliant. And, you know, the story in the Old Testament, the Holy Bible, focuses on Eve. But, you know, depending on how deep you go into the rabbit hole, Adam had a wife before Eve. So I say all that to say with regards to, are you attracted to your demons? Fellas, if you look at her and you're attracted to her and you know, and a lot of us know, that she will break you, she will take you for everything you have, and you still desire her. You climb up on top of the pussy. Oh, we're talking crazy tonight. Don't worry about the algorithm. You climb up on top of the pussy. You blast off, knowing you should not blast off inside of her, but she tells you, it's okay, it's okay. And your dumbass does it. And then out pops that little life force with those little eyes, and she snatches your soul. Ladies, you can join the conversation if you like also, but I'm also want to talk to the fellas. Are you attracted to your demons? You see, we cannot just blame females, and I'm getting sick of that shit. I'm getting a little sick of that too, aside from black people pretending to be Native American. Getting a little sick of some of you guys. It seems like you hate women. I don't hate women. You blame them for everything, but you do not accept accountability. Somebody is giving these big booger bear bitches babies. Somebody is climbing on top of that big, what do you call them? A big back with the pack of Franks on the back of her neck. She's knock-kneed and she's got a hammer feet. Somebody's climbing on top of her and putting one in her. Are you attracted to that type? Let's have that conversation, all right? Area code 212. I'm having a beer and I'm talking about a few topics. Are you there? Area code 212. Yes, no, maybe.
Oh, it was good.
Yes, sir. How? Sir, are you drinking? Are you smoking? What are you doing?
No, I'm messing none of that shit.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm trying to talk to people who are inebriated or a little sloppy. What do you want to discuss, sir? Go ahead. You have the floor.
Yeah, I got you. I'll be quick. I was just calling in regards to the topic.
Okay.
Back in the 1800s and back in the 1900s, you had the Bureau of Statistics, and there were people there that were stripping the indigenous status away from Black American people. One lady, for example, was Naomi Drake, and you had another man from Virginia. His name was Walter Plecker. The American government, which never been run by us Black Americans, what they did was when they compensated for the red natives, they made sure that we didn't have that indigenous title next to our names because these guys were getting benefits. They were able to carry guns, they were getting land, they were getting reparations. And at the time, you had some OFAs, they would buy into the statistics and what was known as the Dawes rolls.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll pay as little as $5 to get in. And they'll have that native status. This creates the term the $5 Indian.
Okay.
So we were considered Native American at one point, but it's important to know that Native American is not a race. It is a federal classified group. And again, they kicked us Black Americans out of it.
So I'm not trying to grill anybody. I want to have a discussion. And for those who are new to my show, this is not an echo chamber. I want people to speak freely, you know. You're saying we a lot. So you are claiming to be part Native American or Native American, I assume?
No, I'm Black American, but I was just tying into the point that.
But you said we a few times.
We wanted to.
So I'm just trying to be clear.
Because you're half Black American as well. I'm Black American, Star. Both sides of my family.
Okay, but now, with regards to the people who seem to be pretending to be Native American, do you think that that's a real thing right now, or what is your take on that? Because listen, I know my history. I've done my family tree on both sides of my family. Neapolitan, not to be confused with Sicilian, and foundational Black American. But with regards to a lot of young people, it seems to be the cool thing right now. I mean, years ago, they were ADOS, and before that, they were claiming to be Afro-Cuban, and then they were back to Africa, and then back in the mid to late 80s of hip-hop, you had a lot of young black people wearing the goddamn medallions, right, of the motherland, Africa, yes?
Well, this is what you're saying is true. It definitely is true. However, as years go on and generations go on, we just uncover more and more about history. Now, you mentioned pretending to be Native American. Define what's pretending to be Native American.
Well, I hope you're right, sir. Again, I mean, I'm just, from my research, experience, knowledge, and understanding, there's a lot of people who are just trying to pile on without doing any research, without not even knowing what you just spoke about, which I'm familiar with. But so it's a discussion. I welcome you to land your plane, but at the same time, educate the audience who may not have the knowledge that you've acquired. And whether you think there's any validity to people now pretending to be Native American.
Got you. You didn't really answer the question, Star, but I'll land the plane.
I want you to answer it, sir.
Again?
Sir. I want you to answer it. You answer it. Tell us.
Wait. We're kind of going all over. You asked me. No, you told me, excuse me. You told me that people are pretending to be Native American.
Define Native American, sir. Define it. Please define Native American.
I explained already early in the call. It's a federal declared status involving a group of people who's supposed to be indigenous to America. Black people were kicked out of those groups.
There you go.
You know this.
There you go. Anything else?
It's not a race. It's not a race. It's a group of people who have federal status. That's it. I'll let my thing. I'm gonna put some money on it.
No, I appreciate what you're saying, but now at the same time, there is a groundswell, and I'll play one video of Native Americans who are pushing back on Black people claiming to be Native. You do know this, yes? I respect what you're saying, but there's a pretty huge pushback right now, yes?
Black Americans can claim to be indigenous, but when we get into the Native American groups, that's not going to work because these are federal declared groups. So they pushed us out when they got the reparations. They pushed us out when they got all that land.
You didn't answer my question. I said you're aware that there are Native Americans pushing back on the claims of Black people. Yes? No?
Can you say that one more time?
I'll play the video. Don't worry about it. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
So I have a bunch of Black Americans ancestry tests. They thought they were Indian and they thought they were going to have Native American ancestry or indigenous ancestry. And this is going to be quite the show for you guys. So right off the rip, we got Nahima, whatever. Sorry if I butchered her name. Definitely taking more tests. I know I'm going to get somebody in the comments trying to convince me that I'm Cherokee too, right? Up next, Latoria. Yeah, you're not native. Not a lick of Native American, just Black American. Yeah, this guy told that he was gonna have all this Mexican, be half Mexican right here. Look. But my grandmother was believed to be half Mexican, or okay, his grandma, yeah. What means the most to me is knowing my heritage. But anyway, yeah, these people are majority Nigerian in Benin and Togo. That's not Indian. I always had told I had more native and Spanish than displayed here. A strange twist, I guess. I'm close to a quarter white, 2% native, and kind of disbelief. Yeah, dude. You are majority fucking Nigerian, dude. See? Most of y'all are. Look, here's another one. I'm a Black American from New Orleans, Louisiana. Technically, I do have Indian ancestry, not how the elders thought, however. Wait, where's your Indian ancestry, though? There's no Indian ancestry. Look, and she's still in denial. The fuck? Take a look at that. Oh, here's another one. Results as a Black American. I thought I had more Native American DNA, but that wasn't the case. Look. Dang, 0.7. 0.7. My ancestry results as a Black American woman with roots in Georgia and the Carolinas. Look, no Native ancestry. Ayah, that's gotta hurt. Oh shit, here's another one. Look, no Native ancestry. But I have a question for people whose DNA show high percentages of Native ancestry. What age group are you in? 20s, 30s, 40s? Yeah. Where's your Native ancestry?
Okay, phone lines are open. We're just having a discussion. Call in, educate us. And as I said earlier, there is a pushback from people who are, Native Americans saying that a lot of Black people are not Native. You can claim whatever, but let's have the discussion. Let me go to area code 413. Good evening or good morning, 413. Are you there? We're having a discussion. 413.
Yes, Star. This is Otto.
Hey, tell me.
I'm calling from Springfield.
Okay.
And I know my grandmother always told us from the time we was younger that we had Native American, Cherokee, and Blackfoot in our family.
Okay.
And like a lot of pictures of like us brown-skinned Americans, Black Americans, Indians, whatever, Native American, however they perceive us to be, and that attire. Even like when you look at the Pequot Indians up in Connecticut, when you really look at them, they're all brown-skinned. But my family comes from like the Tennessee area. Okay. I mean, I believe my grandfather came from the Tennessee area.
Well, so I'm not saying you're lying, but we are having a discussion, and the question, I think it's valid: are Black people pretending to be Native American? Do you see online a lot of people claiming FBA, and it just seems to be a fad for them? I'm just asking the question.
No. It's not a fad. It's a lot of confusion.
Okay.
It's a lot of confusion because even like, I mean, I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 1980. So I remember everything where we used to say the people with the good hair was like had Indian in them. Right. I remember when they they fed us first opium, then a lot of alcohol, then heroin, then crack cocaine. And as they fed us each of those substances, they changed what we were labeled as through them years.
Well, so I'm going to jump in for a second and ask, have you done any research since what you say your grandmother told you? Have you done any research with regards to your family lineage or your tree?
I haven't done no real research, but my aunt Sandra Cope with Sandra Johnson from Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay.
She done exclusive. She still has all the pictures he had, you know, when the aunties, the grandmas died, and the aunties.
Well, hang on a second, sir. Again, we don't know if what you're saying is necessarily true. I can appreciate you trying to reminisce with us right now, but I mean, I want to get to the heart of the matter. So you don't see people online, you know, cosplaying and just trying to be part of the new fad. You don't see that.
Yes. I come from that. I come from watching Sinator back in the days and everything in Harlem. And I was definitely like intrigued with everything that they said, from the Pan-Africanism to the Israelites.
Can I ask how old you are, sir? How old are you?
Me, I'm 45.
Okay. So to wrap this up, do you see yourself doing any real in-depth research, any type of DNA test or anything like that?
I mean, I don't really believe in that DNA stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't believe in that manipulative stuff.
So word of mouth is good enough for you.
What my granny told me.
Word of mouth is good enough for you, and you are a person online claiming FBA status. To be clear, yes?
I'm a Black American. I don't know what FBA is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was born in America. I'm of complexion of Black. My mother's Black. My father's Black. I know what my ancestors, as in my grandmother, my father, my mother, and them told us where our original.
All right, sir, you're killing the vibe. I'm sorry. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you. I want to be rude, but it's just like, come on, man. Get to the goddamn point here. Area code 925. I'm having a beer. It's not really a show. We're, you know, jumping all around. Are you there? 925.
I'm right here, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm
How
right
are you?
here.
Good evening or good morning, wherever you may be. It's cracking.
I'm good.
Where do you want to start?
As a self-proclaimed foundational Black American, originally from the great state of Arkansas.
Okay.
I grew up with the stories of, oh yeah, your great grandmother was Cherokee, your great grandmother was Cherokee. So I did the research. You know, you can do the Ancestry.com, you can do the genealogy test, whatever you do. And when you look back, man, my family go back here 1700s. Nobody came on no boats. We were classified as mulatto. Some of us were classified as Indian, if you look at the stuff. But I mean, I don't know why all of a sudden it's weird for people to think that there were Black people here. It's always been common knowledge. Have you ever heard of the Loving Trial?
I have, but you know, when you say common knowledge,
it goes to the point.
But hold on a second. When you say common knowledge, hang on. When you say common knowledge, you know, we do have a lot of people, not just melanated people, but Caucasians as well. They don't really care about common knowledge or even history. So I'm just asking the question here this morning about a topic that I'm concerned about, you know, because again, I've seen people over the decades claim to be something, and then a couple of years later, they shift positions. Can you speak to that?
Information changes situations.
Come on.
Information changes situations. You might have every single mix in you. I mean, the whole foundational Black American thing is supposed to be an admixture. You're a mixture of a little bit of European blood. You're a mixture of a little bit of Native blood. You're a mixture of even some slave blood. I mean, we also have to know that there were only 200,000 to 300,000 slaves brought over to the United States during the full transatlantic slave trade, and there were more slaves brought from the U.S. to like Cuba, Haiti, the Bahamas, than there were brought over here. So we got to do some basic math. I mean, Google it, read a book.
I'm letting you land your plane. So with regards to everything you've just said, are people doing that? Are they doing the research, common knowledge, and reading these books? That's my question.
I mean, it seems like it. You can't claim that people are pretending something when it's factual. I can't make up the fact that I have, I think, 2 of my great-great-grandparents on the Dawes Rolls. I mean, I can't make that up.
Well, sir, I just played one video and I've got others. Hang on, sir. I just played one video and I have others where Native Americans are saying,
How?
excuse me, sir. Excuse me. They are saying you're making it up. They're saying it. Never mind me. They're saying it. Can you speak to
I didn't.
that?
No, I didn't. And I didn't accuse you of that. What I'm saying is, if I'll go back to the Loving trial.
No, sir. Can you go to what I just asked? There are Native Americans, and there's a bunch of videos here where they're saying you're making it up. Please speak to that.
Okay. Well, I have my documentation. How much documentation do they have? We all know that this was all about money. This was all about kicking certain people out of, certain people out of their land, getting certain people out of the cut. That's what it's always been. I mean, why would I take my enemy? Why would I hear what my enemy says about me?
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
That's competition. That's like, why would you care what your competition says? Just to land the plane, I'm going back to the Loving trial. The reason why I say the Loving trial is the whole point of the Loving trial was her proving she was Native American. Her birth certificate said Native American, but they classified her as black. That goes to the whole point right there.
Most people don't even know what you're talking about. I say that with all due respect. They don't know.
It was a whole movie about it.
I'm familiar with this, sir. Sir, I said, but most people don't do that research. But I appreciate the call.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah.
We want to tackle one of the trickiest questions in Indian country. What does it mean to identify as a Native American? This brings up Native Twitter, aka the only reason I ever use that app.
Back when everyone was fighting about who's a real Indian and who's a fake, I was like, okay, whatever. But then I saw Buffy St. Marie being called a Pretendian.
As in a pretend Indian, or someone who claims to have a connection to a Native American community, but actually doesn't. But Buffy, the woman we featured in the first episode,
The woman who sang this?
I mean, she penned songs that spoke to the issues facing Indian country while also advocating for various indigenous causes, which became a main part of her work. So, does advocating for indigenous culture make you Native? Or does it make you an ally? Or something else entirely? Well, buckle up, because we're about to find out.
This is a People's History of Native America with me, Tyler Clare.
How many times have you heard someone say, my great-grandmother was a Cherokee princess? Or, I took a DNA test, I'm Native too. Well, for Natives, we've heard it countless times. This idea of a unified Native American identity is a colonial invention. All this begs the question, what does it mean to be a member of an Indian tribe? Well, every tribe counts their members differently. Some use descendancy records, others use blood quantum. This information was collected as part of the American government's tribal rolls back in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Blood quantum specifically comes from the Dawes Act, where some tribes had their reservation land divided up by the federal government to give individual tribal members their own slice of land. This gave way for the government agents to divide our blood into quarters and determine who gets what land. That's why some tribal nations prefer to use descendancy, which grants citizenship to those who can trace their lineage through either the paternal or maternal side back to that tribe. But in the role of identity politics, citizenship isn't everything. Because citizenship, like blood quantum, is again a colonial construct. Our historic systems of community and kinship did not revolve around a plastic tribal ID card, but through cultural and personal connections. Marriage, adoption, long-term residence, or even practicing traditional lifeways, such as learning the language, practicing the religion, or any tribal cultural values could grant acceptance into a tribe. While our old practices of community adoption still exist to a certain extent today, racialized citizenship standards for Native Americans persist. When legal identity, such as citizenship, uses biological traits instead of social levels of kinship, does biology alone determine what it means to be a Native American? No. Of course not. Now, take-home DNA tests have been exploding in popularity, and as a result, many Americans are now informed of Native American markers in their genes. So does that mean we can use DNA as we use blood quantum to determine who's Native American? No. Do not pull an Elizabeth Warren. Those genetic markers are not exclusive to Native Americans, and even if they were, they have no indication of which tribe you're related to, if any at all. DNA has no connection to any tribal culture or belonging. Blood quantum, despite being imperfect, implies a trackable lineage from generation to generation. For instance, if tribal governments and communities decide who's a member of the community through blood quantum, the people not belonging to that tribe have to respect that. After all, tribes are sovereign governments and use citizenship for more reasons than identity. Citizenship determines a person's access to tribal lands healthcare, and education. And sometimes per capita payments. The payments equate to a dividend of the profit from tribal enterprises.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Okay. Okay. Late night, I'm having a beer and we're just having a discussion. Are Black people pretending to be Native American? Or are Black people native to every place on the globe? Let's go to the phones here. Area code 205. Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be. Are you there? Are you ready? 205.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you?
Yes, sir. Hey, Star, I'm doing very well. I think this is one of the most important programs that I've heard thus far. And I'd like to say the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him forever, made this really simple, super simple. And the question is, who is the original man? That's question number one. If you are the original man, then that means that a Native American is not an original man. Period. So yeah, you're the original Persian, you're the original Egyptian, you're the original American, you're the original Irishman, you're the original man. So all these lower designations are just simply confusion that you take part in because, like you said, you have not done the research on your own family and you don't know who you are and how you link up to being the original man.
I hear you loud and clear, but at this point in time, in social media, American society, there appears to be an influx of people claiming to be FBA. Is that fair to say? Do you see that or no?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's because I think to a certain degree, so-called Black people are trying to collectivize. We're so used to being divided. Right, so you got that whole Moorish camp, right? You got the camp with the ADOS. They're trying to get reparations and stuff like
Pan-Africanism, and we've kind of combed through a lot of it earlier, but so the discussion, and just to clarify again, I'm in favor of foundational Black Americans. I've gone to genealogy departments over the decades when I done my road trips and other things. But if people are not going to do the research and have a full understanding, then they could be doing more damage than anything else, in my opinion. What say you?
I agree. As far as you having actual research and collectivizing, I think that's why some want to jump into situations that's already been settled via their state, local government, and getting acknowledgement from the federal government. Now they got IEN numbers and all that, and you want to jump into that instead of finding out where you're supposed to be. We have a lot of other social problems that contribute to that also. We don't even collectivize as far as economically, right? And that's part of the first thing that you have to do. Half of these people want to go to Ghana. Half of these people want to go here, want to go there, want to be part of this, want to be part of that, but don't start with themselves. Right. And we got a lot of con men out here. The time is ripe for all of that foolishness. Yeah. And it started it started before that, but it really got bad around, I guess, the Sarnetta age, right? Where you got all these debates.
Let's put some respect on Sarnetta's name. Sarnetta's name from Black News and Sarnetta Studios. Good man. And he has really tried.
I didn't mean to diss him.
Oh, no,
I wasn't trying to diss him.
I know, but I'm just saying let's put some respect on his name for those who may not be familiar. All the hard work he has done over the decades to educate, right. And many people that have come out of his camp. Go ahead.
Right. No disrespect to him. Right. No disrespect. And yeah, because of social media, all that was a way to get people educated on stuff that, you got some people that came out of the Mayotte camp, right? Where you're reading all this Egyptology stuff, from Dr. Ben and the Harlem History Club, stuff like that. And then you had people that were coming out of the Moorish camp, and then it was great to bring those people together, right? But once people started doing different things, it became more divisive than it was educational.
Right. Right.
And no one could follow up after that. Right. So, yeah, I think that was the most important thing. Like, who is the original man? And if you're talking about that, then that's already been decided. As far as Native Americans and all that kind of stuff concerned, first of all, the Cherokee are not an ancient tribe. The Chickasaw are not ancient tribes.
Right.
None of these tribes are ancient. When you start talking about ancient tribes, you're talking about the Washita, right? You start talking about the Oconee. You talk about the Yamasee, the Mansi. You're talking about tribes. The Cherokee came from a war. Again, we don't even, a lot of people, white and black, right, of all cultures here, you don't know American history, right? The Cherokee are a combination of the Lower Creek Red Sticks from right down here in Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, right, that went into war with the Iroquois, right? The Iroquois win. They come to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which is ancient Carthage. The name of Tuscaloosa was named after the black warrior in Carthage. This guy's name was Sequoyah, created a brand new name, created a brand new tribe, and now you got the Cherokee.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
I don't think we should be taking part in these lower discussions. We should deal with the fact that you are the original man. And yes, if you in Alabama and you in New York, for the Lenapes that's in New York, and for those that's out west that's part of these and have that knowledge, you need to go ahead and put that out.
Let me jump in there for a second because, you know, sometimes the lower discussions are important to weed out. There has to be a weeding out process. I think you would agree. And you have to find out who is really informed, who listens to historical speeches, who actually reads books. I just see a lot of people, man, and I don't want to be overly critical, but it's just like, it's hard to even understand what they're trying to say. And in the world of, you know, mobile devices, and people can just so easily put out the wrong information, I think now is the perfect time to have this discussion. But please land your plane. I appreciate your call. Go ahead.
Right. Again, thanks for this discussion. It was super important, especially with everything that's going on in the world. I would encourage people to start looking at what everyone in the world is saying about you. I'm talking about as far as in The Hague, stuff like that, because a lot of this stuff has already been legislated on a global level. On a global level, like you could really go and ask someone in Bavaria, Germany, and they could tell you about here, because we were taught that it's more important for you to learn about the Egypt over there than the Egypt over here.
Right.
So that's all I got to say, man.
Appreciate the call.
Peace.
Yes. Thank you. Good call. Guys on the screen, www.gocreditwiz.com. And if there are any of my sponsors in the live chat, you should have a wrench. You should be able to promote your links in the live chat. If you do not have a wrench and you are a sponsor, please email me. We don't want people being blocked. We want you to promote your business, your services, or your platform. Juno, I got your donation via Cash App. Juno says, it's a fad. It's a new status to sound cool. Thank you for your donation. Hey, Penelope, nice to hear from you. Well, call in. I mean, I see some of you sending me emails. Guys, I can't, move that quick on emails. Peace, King Simon. Are you calling in, sir? Where's King Simon? I thought I saw area code 202. Are you there? It's Sunday morning now. We're having a discussion. 202?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I get disgusted about the whole black people are the Native Americans.
Okay.
When I say that we are the Native Americans, I'm not talking about FBA. We've been here from the beginning. I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I'm talking about we are literally the Native American, like the tribe people and stuff like that. That stuff really gets under my skin because I feel like we're trying to rewrite history. Because, we weren't talking like this in the 80s. In the 80s, we were wearing African medallions. I remember I was wearing it myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We were wearing cross colors, different things with, you know, red, black.
Carl Kanai.
You know what I'm saying? Carl Kanai. We was wearing red, black, and green. We was wearing dashikis.
Right.
These are the things that we was wearing, and now all of a sudden we're not even none of that's just like erased.
Right.
That stuff gets under my skin, man.
Yeah.
Because it's like, and I also read a lot of books from slaves. What's the guy's name? Booker T. Washington. He wrote many books. He never said that he wasn't African from a descendant of Africa. He never said these things. He actually said these things, that he was a descendant of Africa. All these former slaves, they all admitted that they were descendants of Africa. They never was like, we was already here. They was talking about how they was getting shipped and everything. They was talking about the ships coming in and everything in their books that they wrote. You can listen to them right on YouTube, on on the audio books. This stuff is here for us. Like, and we don't want to believe it. We don't want to acknowledge it, not believe it, but we don't want to acknowledge it. It's like we want to create this false reality, when in reality, I actually do have Native American in me, but I don't claim it. I mean, I'm a black man. When you see me, I'm a black man. I got the Native American nose and everything. My whole family on the Bruton side, we have the Native American nose with the hook. You see what I'm saying? It ain't sexy looking. You feel me? Like, and I didn't get the silky hair with it. You feel me? I just got the because I look like a redskin. I look like people.
If I can jump in for a second. Now, I'm a proud American. I'm a capitalist. I'm from that era. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So, I have traced my family here in America through the South to Kiowa and Apache Indians. Kiowa and Apache, along with people coming in from Africa. But at the same time, if you ain't claiming me, I don't claim you.
Yeah, I don't claim them.
I don't claim them.
They don't claim us.
If I can't benefit from something that you got going on, fuck you. I'm stupid like that.
Yeah, and I don't blame.
If I can't get part of a casino or something, I'm gonna fuck about your reservation. I'm being silly, but I just wanted to say that because again, I mean, and I don't want to go too far back, but the whole Back to Africa movement with Marcus Garvey. He never set foot in Africa. He never set foot in Africa.
Right.
He was in Harlem, as I'm sure you know, with military uniforms. He was never in the military.
Right.
Look
good, but he ain't go there.
Oh, it looked stunning up in Harlem back in those days. I watched the video footage. I said, damn, did these niggas fight a war? The fuck? But to listen to some people, Marcus Garvey, put some respect on his name. Respect on his name? He got dipped back to Jamaica. And they said, get out of here. Anyway, I'm rambling.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the whole thing, like, okay, my grandmother's grandfather was Native American and black, flat out. So that's not even a curiosity. Her grandfather was half Native American, half black. He was a giant man. He didn't speak. And my Uncle Big Shot, that's his nickname, Uncle Big Shot, he was scared of him. You know what I mean? So he didn't talk. He just walked around the family like he didn't even talk. But, Native Americans don't even really, they don't claim us. They're one of the most racist. It's just that
they want no parts of black people. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Thank you for saying that. Please say it again.
Native Americans don't claim us, and they're racist.
Yeah.
Listen, when I was in prison, I was locked up with this Mexican dude who told me that a Native American called the police on him when he tried to cross the border. Because Native Americans are related to actual Latinos, but they don't even like them.
Right.
Native Americans are stuck on the fact that this is our land.
Right.
Y'all mixed with some Spanish stuff.
Right.
This is our land.
Right. Come on.
Y'all are cousins and all that, but we don't care about y'all.
Come on.
It's the same thing with us and Africans. It's like, that's y'all. We over here.
I don't trust an African as far as I can spit. Fuck Africa. Good.
It is what it is.
Go ahead, land your plane. I'm being silly.
Man, we've been here too long.
Sip the beer. Land your plane.
We've been here too long. We Americans.
Okay.
This is who we are. I'm talking about black people right now. We don't have to, adapt. We don't have to pick up the slack for nobody. No. You know what I mean? We don't have to save Africa. We don't. But the other thing is that we don't have to be Native American to be American. We got to cut that stuff out.
Okay. So I got to take other calls. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Oh, we've got somebody in the live. Yo, Garvey was banned from Africa. Stop that lie. Please stop the lie. Oh, he was banned. Africa's a continent. He had no money. He couldn't make the trip. The grift was over. He got dipped back to Jamaica. He had no money to go. Stop this. Oh, he was banned. I know who's hustling that lie. Banned from Africa. Africans would have looked at him like he was crazy coming over there on a big ass rusty boat. He purchased 2 big rusty boats. Fuck out of here. Area code 213 California tapping in. Are you there? Late night 213.
Hey, Star, it's Sunday.
Sunday, good to hear from you. What's cracking? I'm having a beer. It's not really a show. Where do you want to start?
I love the topic.
Come on.
I was not wanting to call in initially because I like to hear new people speak, but I was like, I know a thing or two about it. I lived in Alaska for 4 years, and a third of the population is full-blood Native.
Right.
So, and then that comprises of numerous tribes. Mm-hmm. So it's not just one look to natives. There's light-skinned and dark-skinned natives, most of them being white adjacent. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I learned, something that your last caller touched on, they are absolutely racist, and they practice the caste system. Mm-hmm. The lighter you are, the better. And dark-skinned natives are ostracized, and then those that are mixed with black are also mistreated and ostracized. And in Alaska, it's more of a half-half thing. Mm-hmm. You don't get the great-great-grandmother was Native or Cherokee in my blood. You get those that are one parent is Native and assigned to a reservation, and they have their tribal card. Okay. So in my personal opinion, just through dating in my life, I've met numerous full black men who literally look like they've come from Nigeria, say that they're Native. And I have to look at them like they're nuts. Like they say that they're Cherokee. There's always a distant relative. They never have any proof. They're never registered anywhere. They just pull it out of their ass. And I just think that it's a form of self-hatred. Yeah, it's a form of self-hatred. And let me tell you why. You don't need a DNA test. Look in the mirror. That's all you need to know to determine what the hell you are. You've got nappy hair. You've got dark skin. And you look full African. You ain't mixed with nothing. That's your DNA test. It don't matter what it was 200-300 years ago. That's your DNA test right there. Just look in the mirror. It'll tell you everything you need to know. And I also think, like, truly, it's not even special to be Native or affiliated, because if you live with these people and you know how they are, aside from the racism, they're addicts.
Let's go.
They're on meth. They're on crack. They're on alcohol. You go to Alaska, right? Whether it be a small town or a big city like Anchorage, what you'll find is that Natives are addicts. They're lined up at the liquor store as soon as they open. They're inebriants. They're passed out in the middle of the road. You have to drive around them because the police don't even collect them anymore. That's how common it is for them to drink.
Come on.
Yeah, no, seriously. And they're not, in my personal opinion, and I'm speaking on 4 years of living with Natives. They were my neighbors. I also served them in the healthcare system. I also, I've had them as clients. I've had them in all capacities. I've worked at detox facilities with Natives who are addicts. These individuals are not like what they're portrayed to be in the movies. Okay. Spiritual, godly, connected to the earth, living off the land. That's not what they really are. What they really are is predators. They commit incest. They kill their women. A lot of Native women are missing by their...
Sunday going 10 toes down. Pay attention. Come on, Sunday.
Yes. And young teenage girls killed and murdered by their uncles and their fathers. They're predators. And so for people to think that just because they have fair skin and long hair, that there's something to aspire to being connected to, it's absolute foolishness. And I think because they're white adjacent, it just goes back to the Europeanism where people are whitewashed. people want to be so close to white that they're picking anything adjacent to it. I think also, yeah, because it's like, if natives looked like Africans, I really don't think they'd be raising their hands and saying, I'm native.
Sunday, can you hold on a second? I want to make sure that I'm letting people speak their piece. Who's that on the screen right there? Who's that on the screen? I'm sorry, Sunday, back to you. Let's go.
Yeah, well, because again, like the European standard of beauty is universal. And although natives don't fit that standard, they do check off some boxes with long, straight hair and light skin. And I think a lot of Black people don't like what they see in the mirror, full Black people. And so when they see themselves, they fantasize or fetishize being something else, being mixed. And it's really sad. It's self-hatred. There's no other way around it, because they're not getting a check. They're not getting any claim to reservations or land. You know, in Alaska, you get a check. When you can prove that you're native, you get an enhanced PFD, you get a monthly stipend, you get free education, free healthcare. There's so many benefits to proving that you're native. For those that can't.
Some of the natives don't even have to pay taxes, right? Some of them don't even have to pay taxes.
Correct. Yeah. Those who just touted it.
Can I jump in?
Like a badge of honor.
Can I jump in?
Absolutely.
To be objective,
Yeah.
to be objective, everything you've just mentioned with regards to the natives, you would know better than I. I've never even been to Alaska. Is it fair to say that some of the pitfalls, or many of the pitfalls, that the natives face now and have faced over the last couple of 100 years are due to being at the feet of the government? You know, those reservations and having to stay in certain confined areas, and thus that's where the drinking came from? Or is that just, in your opinion, who they are?
It's both.
Okay.
It's both. Yeah, they prefer to live on those reservations. There's certain protections from society. They have their own law. It's the same thing as the Hasidic Jews in New York, where they create their own law. They have their own police, their own this, their own that. Okay. They prefer that, and they get more money for living on a reservation. And, you know, they build their own community and whatnot. But me personally, I don't think anyone's to blame for their addiction or substance abuse. You can trace the origins to being, you know, they were exposed to, they were introduced to certain things. I totally get that. But when do you take accountability? When does it stop? You can't continuously blame the white man for all of your shortcomings and your failures in life. Black people do the same thing. They keep talking about slavery. It's annoying. And it is just, to me, it's just a loser's mentality to say the white man. Right. I don't want to hear that shit. Get off your fucking ass, go to rehab, and get a life. Please. I don't want to hear nothing about no damn white man and how they've ruined things in society and all this crap. It's nonsense. It's sickening. And again, because natives are white adjacent, that's why they're so quick to say they're native, because they want to be looked at as exotic. They want to be a part of the conversation. They don't want to be the bottom of society and be viewed as evil or wicked. Or
can I jump in real quick, Sunday, and then I'll let you land your plane. You've lived in Alaska. You were raised in Miami for the most part, if I remember correctly. Yes.
No, I was raised in Brooklyn and Miami.
Okay.
Two.
You've traveled. You have knowledge and experience and wisdom, and I appreciate. With regards to one of my showrunners, let me get it back on the screen. Maybe you can enlighten us with regards to this. Are you attracted to your demons? It's just a question I was asking, you know, and I really want guys to call in and admit that there's a certain type of female that can take them down, take them under, just based upon attraction. Any thoughts on that? Are you attracted to your demons?
Absolutely. I think if I'm not misunderstanding you, I think a lot of men are secretly attracted to crazy women. They don't want to admit it. Maybe they won't marry one, but they're very much so turned on. It's exciting for them. And the crazier I act personally, the crazier I act publicly or on social media or whatever, the more men I get. And I don't necessarily want that attention, but they love crazy psycho bitches. They love it. They fucking love it.
Yeah, niggas, stay in your DMs.
What? They send me cash apps and I'm not even on the show. All the time.
Oh my God.
All the time.
All the time.
They love psychomaniacs, and I mean, honestly, I've just been, since the moment I've called your show, I've just been myself. I haven't been pretending to be crazy. I am crazy, but at the same time, I speak the truth. I keep it real, and that's received as crazy.
I appreciate you. Thank you for tapping in Sunday.
Thank you, Star. Appreciate you.
Bye now.
Bye.
All right. Sunday, going 10 toes down. Are you attracted to your demons? Omar, I got your cash app. Thank you, sir. Says he's enjoying the show. Ralph got your donation. Star, the story about Bradley had me cracking up. Sir, listen. I'm as serious as colon cancer. And in case you guys didn't catch my show from a couple of days ago, there's a little white boy in my community. Name is Bradley. He rang my fucking bell, asked me, I never seen him before, if he could pick up pine cones from my front lawn. And I said, well, young man, I have a landscaper. He said, well, I don't charge that much. And, game recognized game. So I said, you don't charge it. You're going to charge me to pick up my pine cones on my yard. Ralph, this kid is like Dennis the Menace. And again, I saw him yesterday. I don't want no parts of him, but thank you for your donation, all right? Okay. Someone sent a donation. Thank you so much. J2KNYC. Thank you, sir. You see, nigga, keeping it real. I don't mess with the kitty unless she's bipolar. I've never in my life cared for a square bitch. Bitch, you got a job? Okay. Can we steal some money from your job? In the 80s, I only dated girls who knew how to either cut pockets or do something, so we could really get that scruller. Thank you for keeping it real, sir. Area code 646, Sunday morning. I'm just having a beer. It's not really a show. Are you there? 646. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, we got it.
What's up, Star?
Yes, sir. Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be. Where do you want to start, sir?
I'm in New York, Star. You taught me how to hate real good.
Uh-oh.
I just wanted to give you your flowers.
What's going on with you, man? Let's talk about it.
Everybody that came here said they seen black people. So, on topic. And all the explorers that came here said they seen black people first.
Okay.
So I don't know, they got a white Jesus, so you can't believe nothing these people say.
Is it fair to say you're sipping or smoking something? I hope so, because it's Sunday morning now. I'm sitting here, I'm on my third beer. What's going on with you?
Yeah, I'm following the hater.
Okay.
I'm following the hater.
Salute. Well, listen, I hope you're home safe. Salute to the family, and I appreciate you watching the show, man. Have a good one. Thank you. Okay. Sounds like he's grooving. He's on delay. Okay. All right. Folks, this is not really a quote-unquote show. I'm just, If you're just now joining me, the last 2 days, I started, pulling roots from up under the driveway because it's a concrete slab and the goddamn thing. I noticed, this must happen years before I got here. Concrete's a little uneven. I should have never started this shit, and I'm gonna try not to bother it tomorrow. I got a guy with a mini excavator. He says he can take the roots right out. And I said, okay, well, can you come by Monday and take a look? So that's what I've been up to. And that's why I'm exhausted, but I'm here tonight. Peace, King Simon. Where are you, sir? Well, actually, whoa. Oh, hey, man, I apologize. Is that JR Cigar from Accuracy Smokes on the line?
Good morning, Star. Good morning. How you doing, sir, today? How we doing today?
Hey, man, great to hear from you. Apologies for the delay. Let me get your information on the screen.
No problem.
Accuracy
No problem.
Cigars. Let's do a little promoting first, man. Let's go.
Yes. I want to put it out there that www.accuracysmokes.com. I have it's the first 3 customers. The next 3 customers, if you buy a box, I will give out a complimentary ashtray.
Okay.
Cigar straight out of DR, 100% Dominican, Fado leaf, Dominican filler.
Okay.
They're smooth.
Nice.
They're nice, smooth cigars. They're really good. Everybody likes them, men and women alike. And yours truly also, this Star likes them too.
Hey, man, hold on a second. I want to get your info on the screen, www.accuracysmokes.com.
Yes,
I like both boxes. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
You sent me the black box and you sent me the white box, all right?
Yes, sir.
I smoked half of the white box of Robusto cigars. And tell people what you put inside the box to keep the moisture in the cigars, please.
Yes. Yeah, so I put in the box to keep them fresh until you put them into it lasts a couple of months. But just to keep them fresh, I put a Bovetta 90% humidifier in there to keep that cigars fresh. So that's why I put in there in the box to keep the cigars fresh. And it's a nice touch because most people like it and it keeps them very fresh.
Very important.
So that's yes, very important because most cigar companies, they don't do that.
Yeah.
But also, so I wanted to touch on the Pretendians. That topic.
Now that's becoming a thing. A lot of these natives are calling black people Pretendians. I'm not saying it. I'm just asking the question. I love. Let me just say this. I love the fact that people are getting in touch more so with regards to true black history in this country. I love it, but I want to see them really put a lot more effort into research. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, if I had another person from my family, I need to do more research, but if I had another person from my family said, oh, my great-grandma, she was Cherokee. I don't really believe that. No. It was something I've been hearing since I was like 10 years old. Okay. And I'm like, I'm tired of hearing that. Like, can we just be foundational black? You don't got to be mixed with nothing. Oh, if your hair is curly, you're this, you're that. Listen, just be proud to be black. Black people are beautiful, but people in my family, they say that, and it drives me crazy. I'm like, but I definitely have to do my own research. But I'm actually glad the Indians are calling out black people. Like, stop it. And like you said, like black people are Moors and they're sovereign, they're Hebrews. They're like, come on, man, just be proud to be black.
Well, let me jump in for a second because there are so many tribes in America, native, indigenous, there is a difference, so many tribes. Yeah. And a lot of them tried to assimilate to the white ideal. And they got their nigga wake up call for the most part. But, I just want people to really find out where they come from. Even if, a tribe doesn't claim you, at least find out so that the conversations online can be more just have more authenticity to it, if that makes sense. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so can I also touch on Mr. Woods, Mr. Tiger Woods?
Oh, man.
Can I touch on that Negro? Can I touch on that Negro?
Yeah.
Please?
Is he allegedly driving around on perk 30s, Tiger Woods? The fuck?
Let me tell you something. I love how when Tiger first came out, he said he was black or Asian. He doesn't want to be considered a color. But one thing that we can count on Tiger to be is him being
a nigger.
He's a nigger.
He's a nigger.
Because he has the tendencies. He loves dirty white girls. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if he had some type of hood chick in the cut because he's drinking, he's driving, and you said probably taking a perk 30.
Yeah.
This guy is reckless. He doesn't care, and he's rich.
Yeah.
I mean, he is dangerous. This guy's dangerous, man. He definitely needs an intervention of some sort, but he's so rich. Probably has a bunch of yes men around him, and everybody's probably too scared to tell him the truth.
He needs a driver. This
definitely
is the third time he's had an accident behind the wheel. He needs a driver. It's crazy that he hasn't killed anyone. But go ahead, land your plane. I'm getting backed up on calls, please. JR Cigar.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir. Like, once again, I also have a YouTube, JR Cigar Chronicles.
Right.
Also, my Instagram, accuracy_smokes. And go to the website, www.accuracysmokes.com. Like I said, the next 3 customers that buy, you get a free complimentary Accuracy ashtray.
Nice.
Thank you, Star.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate the show. Have a good night.
Thank you. Okay. All right. We're having a good discussion. Oh, there he is. Is that King Simon tapping in Sunday morning? King Simon.
Good morning, sir. How are you, sir?
Peace, black man. Where do we start? The title, are black people pretending to be Native American? Please, King Simon.
Yeah, I'll try to touch on all of them if we possibly can. Some are doing it, but we have to be very careful of the intentions behind people pretending. Because remember, in regards to the Native Americans and Native Americans, as much as they think they know their ancient history, a lot of them don't. As according to many of the scholars, according to the books like William Catt's book on the Black Indians back in the day, he wrote that book, and various other people like Clyde Winters kind of revised and came back up with that we were not always all Africans. Those books are very key, especially with good bibliography in the back. So if people can get those type of books, they'll find that the bibliography leads not only to
King Simon, respectfully, we're dealing with a generation of people who don't want to read. They can read. They don't want to read.
Yes,
Go ahead.
I know. But, many are called, few are chosen.
Yeah.
We know this. So the few that are chosen might be the one that will educate the masses, because everything has its cycle. So you might have a generation now that might not read, but in the next cycle, they might do the study and the research. Just like I had Anthony T. Browder on my show on King Simon Presents or KSPTV. He said he don't mind the talk of the foundation or the Native American talk, but you got to come with primary sources. You got to be able to do the research. You have to dig deep. And bear witness to the brother that called in a few, and big up to Sunday also for calling in and saying what she said. But and some people are against their own skin color. I noticed that even in the Caribbean, colorism is a problem. Lighter skin, darker skin. They want to be closer to white or closer to Indian or claim it Indian. It does exist. But the guy that talked about the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he just cleared the whole ball. We are the original people of the whole planet, and proven by people like Runoko Rashidi, who went and found connections in every part of the world that had melanated people. It's in all of his books. He went and really did the digs and really went to study. So again, a lot of people, like you said, is not going to read or study or do the cross-reference research like we were taught to do back in the day. No, they're not going to do it. So I got it. Some cool. But yeah, some people are pretending, and some people are pretending just to be in the FBA or in Native Americans to infiltrate. Some people could be CIA. Some people could be FBI.
Bingo. Now, hold on. Now, we've just seen Ghana try and make a play. Well, they are making a play to get reparations. Yeah. So I think the timing of this particular topic is very, very crucial, because I want to see foundational Black Americans gain traction for reparations in this country.
Me too.
But you're going to have people that try to infiltrate and hijack, those efforts. Go ahead.
No, I want to see FBA get theirs. I want to see the so-called Africans that got robbed by Europeans get theirs. I want to see the Caribbeans get theirs. I want to see all of us get out.
I don't want to see Africans get nothing.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I miss Tyrese's colon cancer. I don't give a fuck.
I know.
Go ahead.
I know, but there's some good people. I remember an African 80-year-old came here to America. He said he learned more about Africa here than he did in his own country.
Shame
and
on
that's
him.
the truth. They teach them against us. That's just the truth. So and that's the problem. But yeah, you got people that's Pretendians, like the guy said earlier. And of course I want to touch on Tiger Woods and the demons. Which one you want me to go? Where you want me to go?
Okay. Showrunner, hold on a second.
Right.
Are you attracted to your demons? Just a question I was thinking about. You yourself, you're a man who understands biblical history and Judaism. There's, if you ask me, there's some type of nature, if you will. I don't want to say spirit.
Right.
I don't subscribe to spirits. There's some type of nature with the ones that we are attracted to, and it can be to our own demise. That's something I want to throw out there. What do you think?
Now, back in the 80s, I recognized the same thing. And even the ones that I had children with, some of them were those demons that brought drama out in my life and had drama in the clubs. Because remember, I was running the clubs and emceeing and doing all that kind of stuff. So you attract the drama. And I noticed that. And then I had to look at the patterns because, I studied numerology. Then I had to had to look at the patterns, the cycles and sequences. Then I said, oh, that's why I attract this. See, once you start studying those little nuances, now you find out why you're attracting a lot of the madness in my life. And those are the main ones that took me to child support and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It's crazy. It was crazy. But yes.
Well, hold on a second. Since you mentioned numerology and you subscribe to astrology, yes?
Yes, but it's too much mix up with that. I'd rather stay more with the numbers personally, because numbers, as far as I'm concerned, don't lie, and it deals with more pattern cycles and sequences.
When I did subscribe to astrology, I found that girls under certain signs, I worked better with them. Astrology by way of mythology. I said, okay, so I can really get some money with this broad. She's a Virgo, or she's a Pisces. Back then, I was early to mid 80s, and then I cut all that stuff loose. But so you don't think there's any truth to that astrology? That's not your thing.
Oh, no. I know there's truth to it, because they also believe in the longitude and latitude and cycles and sequences. But because there's so many arguments between the 13 signs, 12 signs, I try to stay away from it. But yes, that's why, myself and Lloyd Strayhorn, we practice astro numerology, because we know that even if you're compatible to another astrological sign, or you may not, maybe your numbers are the ones that are connected to that particular person and not the astrology sign. So we use both just to get the in-depth meaning, but I stay focused more with numerology or numerovation, which I call my system. And going into Tiger Woods, I would like to do that.
Well, hang on a second, King Simon, because you're moving real fast here. So with regards, let me just throw this out there in case anybody wants to join the conversation. Folks, my showrunner, are you attracted to your demons? I could never work with girls. Again, back when I subscribed to this, I could never connect with a girl who was a Leo, Capricorn, what else? Aries. But I always found girls who were Geminis, Virgos, Pisces, Scorpios, and Aquarius to be some real devious cutthroat type of bitches. I got along with them better. Finish up on that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And then we can go to the next topic, please.
No. I wouldn't doubt it. And again, it depends on the many planets that they have in their life. They could have had the moon sign, or their remember, it's not just the sun sign you're dealing with when it comes to astrology. You're dealing with a multitude of planets in their certain cycles that might have also connected to you also. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So again, it's not just what you read in the newspaper and you're a sign of Aquarius and you're a sign of this and that's it. There's more planets. There's more longitude, latitude. There's more depth when it comes to astrology, sidereal astrology, Vedic astrology, all of that. So that's why I say there's so much when it comes to that. But yeah.
You want to touch on? You want to touch on something else? I'm getting backed up on coals.
One more thing with Tiger Woods. That's all. Yeah. Tiger Woods. Again, he's in an accident-prone cycle like he was in the other two. Yeah. Every time I look at Tiger Woods' numbers, I always see either the 5 shows up or the 3, and then he's born on December 30th, which is one of those numbers of recklessness. See, Tyson is born on the 30th, which is also a number of recklessness. Again, even LeBron James is born on the 30th. Even Tyrese is born on the 30th, which is anytime 3 and 5 shows up in a man or a woman's chart, that cycle deals with being very careful of being reckless with your mouth, with yourself, with your being, because that's the negative of the number 3 or the number 5. So I try to tell people when I do those type of sessions with people and consult them. I don't do readings. I consult people on how to navigate with your numbers connected to your birthday and your name. Period. Nice. That's what I do. All right. So,
in the future, can we have a discussion? I'm sure you're up to speed on Lilith, the first.
Oh yes.
First wife of Adam, according to old Jewish texts. Lilith, not
in the day,
not Eve, right?
That's right.
Let's come back to that. Good to talk to you, King Simon.
Yes, let me know. All right, peace.
Thank you. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I'm just having a beer. I'm just rambling, Had to lay my dumb ass down. Well, last night, I think I crashed around 8 p.m. And because I was out there working in the goddamn front yard with these fucking tree roots, I didn't wake up till from 8 p.m. until 1 in the morning. Oh, shit. I overslept. Can't do a show. And then yesterday, which was Saturday, same thing. I'm going to hire this guy who's got the little mini excavator and let him get out there and finish up. I told myself back in 2016 when I moved, when I was moving around, I said, no more yard work for me. I know guys 10 years younger than me out here having mild strokes, all sorts of aneurysms. Does overwork bring on Bell's palsy? How do you get Bell's palsy? I know niggas younger than me getting Bell's palsy. I'm gonna slow my dumb ass down. Hey, thank you for your donation on the screen. Water finds its level. You got to deal with people that grew up in the same stability as you, because the last thing you want to do is replicate dysfunction. Okay, well, if you grew up in dysfunction, I did not. I grew up in a beautiful setting. I have no complaints about how I grew up. But I chose, once I moved to New York, I chose, and females who, as you just said, who were products of dysfunction, we connected. It wasn't that I was trying to manipulate anybody, but I became what do we used to say back in the days? A rocket booster. I'm the head rooster, the rocket booster. I'll help you become all you need to be. But thank you for your donation. Someone says, Star, respectfully, I did hear you in I don't have my contacts in May of your videos. Did you mean to say many? You say May. From the past, you believe that black people was here. Well, sir, that's a fact. I still say that. Don't get it twisted because I'm asking you the question. This is the objective perspective. This is not an echo chamber. I want people to speak freely. Life as we know it came out of Africa. We've already had the discussions about Afarensis and her bones discovered in 1974. Lucy, she stood up. Yes, black people were here. Thank you for your donation. Please do the research. Are you claiming FBA, sir? We're talking about, people claiming to be Native American. Yeah, black people were here, What role did they play? That's my question, but thank you for your support. Guys, hold on one second. I want to play this. I don't know why, since we're jumping all around. Anybody watch Tyrese versus Tank? Anybody watch Tyrese versus Tank? I don't know what the attendance looked like. Hold on, share screen. Guys, if you're in the phone queue, we ask that you contribute to the show. Just don't be in the phone queue. You don't support the show. I do judge people, and I delineate from broke people. Don't just be hanging out and broke. This was this yesterday? The verses between Tyrese and Tank. They were getting at each other. Here we go.
So you just gonna come out here and start singing shit that nobody know?
Oh, well, yeah. Don't disrespect the lid. That'll get you fucked up.
It's all right.
Don't do that.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Stay out my section. My fans are way more lit.
Well, wait. Tank said that'll get you fucked up. Damn. So they really have past issues. Let me go back for a second. I'll get you fucked up. Shit.
Fucked up.
It's all right.
Don't do that. Yeah.
So you just gonna come out here and start singing shit that nobody know?
Oh, well, yeah. Don't disrespect the lid. That'll get you fucked up.
It's all right.
Don't do that.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Stay out my section. My fans are way more lit over here than yours over there. Let me see what we got next. I don't even care about running the clock. He watching the clock. Hey, Tank, don't worry about the clock, man. Tank. Hey, Tank, don't worry about the clock. Just do your thing, man. Don't worry about the clock.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying about the clock because you weren't able to orchestrate your music to fit within the constraints of the time frame that was given. You think because you sing a mid-song longer, it's going to get better. It's just going to be a mid-song sang longer. It's fine. It's fine.
Didn't you just say that the ladies like it slow?
I'm going to respect the clock.
What's the rush?
I respect these people's time. I respect them standing
okay,
on
they
their
got to
feet.
get home. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
They got to get, they got something to do. They got
took
something to
6
do.
minutes to sing. Jesus Christ. It just didn't make the song better.
I'm taking over the crowd if you haven't noticed. Is this Tyrese house? All the Tyrese fans up in here, make some motherfucking noise. Don't worry about it, Tank. I'll give them back in a second. But right now, this is my shit. Y'all ready? Hey! All the many days you on my mind.
Let's go, Tyrese.
Now that I'm falling, what am I going to do? Yeah. I love you. I took 5 of his flowers and he mad. Don't be mad, man. It's just flowers, bro. It's just flowers. I love y'all. Thank y'all for singing along to these real hits. Thank y'all. Appreciate you. Hey, Tank, let me get off stage, man. You look a little nervous while I'm out here. Should I go back here?
He gonna talk to you. Is this Tyrese's house? Is this Tyrese's house? No, motherfucker. This is a win for R and motherfucking B, man. R and B. What up, Mona? I salute you, my brother Tyrese.
Oh, that was nice. That was nice.
I know y'all see us going back and forth online, but that's my brother for real. I love that brother, and that's why we're here today. I still don't like his turtleneck, but it's cool. It's cool. I think he's changing clothes. Are they putting on enough? Oh, now it's the jacket with the suede lapel. You switch from the shiny, oh, you got a suede lapel. But you still got on that turtleneck. You recycle that turtleneck. You should take off that turtleneck. Anytime you feel like a take off that turtleneck, you gon' suffocate in this verse. Turtleneck. Don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Oh, don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Oh, don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Hallelujah, fan them down, fan them down, fan them down. Turtleneck. Oh, break it down, whisper it, whisper it, whisper it. Turtleneck. Oh, whisper it, whisper it. Turtleneck.
When the fuck did verses become that turtleneck? Anybody else want to sing that turtleneck? Just get it out the system right now. So go ahead. Give me the turtleneck. Whisper. Hey, this is a good ass turtleneck right here, dog. Chocolate is spreading.
Okay, I didn't watch, the full verses. I can't say that it's, something that I'm really interested in. I don't know. Any comments? Anybody want to educate us on? There was a point when supposedly Tyrese left, but he didn't leave. Then he came back on stage. I don't know the full backstory. Again, I don't mean to keep repeating this, but guys, didn't Tank, he was on one of Angela Yee's shows, and he said if a guy smokes a pole, that doesn't mean he's gay. Something like that, right? And that's when I said, whoa, I got to cut him loose. Then he says something to that effect, Tank, whatever that show is with Angela Yee. Said if a guy smokes a pole, that doesn't mean he's gay. The fuck? Area code 857. Good morning. Are you there? We're having a discussion here. 857.
Good morning, Star.
Hey, Ben. How are you, sir? It's cracking.
Finding yourself, sir. So, on related topics towards the FBA's wanting to be a part of the lineage of Native Americans, which makes no sense. If you look at the relationship between the Native Americans and foundational Black Americans, they were one of the biggest slave-holding tribes. It was the 5 civilized tribes, which was the Muskogees, the Seminoles, the Choctaw, the Creek, and the Chickasaw. So if you're slave-holding foundational Black American people, you're in proximity because you're going to have kids with them, just like most of the white people did. So the intermixing is going to happen. It's no different from the Dominicans and the Spaniards, Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans saying they Taino. They got the right to say they're Taino, but you sitting here saying that, I'm not saying you, but foundational Black Americans don't have the right to say that they're Cherokee, but it's not a flex because they were slave-holding civilized tribes. Yeah. So it's not a flex. These guys were no different from the Europeans.
You have the floor. I'm just hearing you out because my question is based upon what I've been seeing over the last couple of months. I see a lot of Native Americans pushing back on foundational Black Americans' claims. So, it's something that I think we need to have. But go ahead. That's where this is coming from.
in relation to us wanting to be a part of the Native American tribe because of features, we are the flavor. The flavor comes through us. We make everything great. Anything that we tap into, especially other people's women, we make their children great. We don't need to go intermix with them. They need to intermix with us in order to survive. There's no more Native Americans. These guys are good at going and dead. They have to intermix with us. They can't intermix with those white folks because they got a bad DNA. The good DNA comes through us, which is foundational Black Americans or melanated people.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but do you acknowledge that there are Native Americans online and they are, denouncing the claims of FBA? Do you acknowledge that? That's what I'm kind of talking about here.
You know what? I don't pay them no mind because I grew up and my grandmother.
Well, hang on a second, sir. I don't mean to cut you short, but are you aware that they are online saying, no, you're not Native? That's all I'm asking. They're saying it, not me.
I seen one or two. But I seen a lot of other people outside of Native Americans saying it. So I don't even pay it no mind.
Okay.
Like I said, there's nothing great about it.
Yeah.
No one wants to be little with straight hair and a big head.
All right, we're just having.
I'm cool. I know where the flavor comes from. We make all things great.
Okay. What about some of the people who are not readers? They're not informed, and they're just latching on to something new. Should we even address them, or just let them fizzle out? Because they're going to jump to the new trend regardless. What do you think about that?
Let the ignorant stay ignorant. All the information is here now. We had to crave for this information when I was growing up. We had to read these Black encyclopedias. We had to go through different resources to try to get this information. Now that the information's here, no one wants to read a book. That's on you.
Right.
You got to do the knowledge. I do the knowledge.
Okay. Before you go, sir, can I ask, with regards to my showrunner, I'm asking men more so than females. Are you attracted to your demons? Demons.
Story of my life.
Ooh.
Story of my life.
Come on.
Oh yeah. We grew up in that time where you think that you go outside and mingle with a little bit people outside your culture. You get a little Puerto Rican here, you get a little mixed here, that the flavor's gonna be good. Yeah, man, it took me 4 years and some good Santeria to get that monkey off my back.
Oh, wow. Are you a father, sir? Are you a father?
Father of two. And we constantly at battle.
Oh, man.
Constantly.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. I appreciate the call. Thank you for the knowledge, sir. Thank you.
Take care, sir.
Yes, sir. I thank you folks for the knowledge. I'm a dropout, but I have been attracted to my demons over the decades. Hell, I'm a demon. You heard me say this before. Most of my girlfriends have left me, and they say, I've had enough, Troy. I've had enough, I'm losing weight fucking with you. You stress me. I've always been the type of guy to focus on one female at a time, and I think that has worked against me. I focus to the point where I wear a woman's heels down. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I don't got time to cheat. Bitch, I'm into you. That scares them. Over the years, when my phone rings, I say, hey, babe, can you answer that phone? Answer that phone. Regulate that phone, babe. Answer your phone. Babe, the password is regulate that phone. Babe, go in them DMs and see who's in that goddamn phone. They ain't talking about no money. Cuss them out. Anybody move like that? Babe, go ahead and check my emails. See if somebody from the past is talking about checking in. If so, tell him don't check in. He's busy. Don't check in. Broke ass niggas checking in. Sean, I got your donation. Let me see if I can get Sean on the line here. Sean, where are you, man? Or did I just speak to Sean? Sean, did we speak? What area code? 347. Is that Sean? Did we speak?
Nah, you say you owe Shaw. You might have me listen to Shaw, but nah, this is a Dark Angel. I sent you the Cash App.
God bless you, sir. God bless you and your family. Where do you want to start, sir? Where do you want to start?
I've been listening for a while, but yeah, peace, bro.
Peace, bro.
First of all, no, we ain't Native American. Not at all.
Come on.
Nah, we're not Native American. I'm a stand on that. But let me say this, Star. If you give me a chance.
Come on.
Let's go with the Navajo people. The Navajo people, they are not indigenous to the Americas. They are from Siberia. They speak a cousin language to Siberia, and in their country, they're called natives. The Native Americans got the term Native American at the same time when we got the term black people. Okay. People, I haven't heard anybody talk about Walter Plunkett. I forget, you're in North or South Carolina. There's all kinds of black folk that's all up and down that coast that were reclassified as Black American. Mm-hmm. I mean, what the brother was talking about earlier, yeah, we wore medallions and all that stuff when we used to. I remember. Listen, I'm a man of a certain age. I knew my great grandmother until I was 12 when she passed.
Okay.
I remember she lived in Burlington, New Jersey. I remember walking into her house, and I got some medallions on, and she looked at me crazy, like, "Boy, what you doing that? We ain't from no damn Africa." You know who she said, yo, she reminded me who who her mother was. Her mother had the same name as her, Rosa.
Okay.
And they were from Eastman, Georgia. They were Creek. Another brother was talking about the Creek people and all that earlier. And he was talking about the Cherokees and all that. Something that I never hear when somebody was talking about the Moors and all that, because they get it all twisted, all twisted up. I had the blessings of knowing my ancestors. They used to call these people Jayhawks. When you have you got to remember in 1492 there was the Spanish Inquisition was going on.
Talk about
so when them people came, they came over here to invade the Americas, there was a whole bunch of niggas that was in power in Spain for 730 years that was getting their ass ran out because they was doing whatever they was doing. They supposed to civilize those people. They ran them out of there though. They ran them out of there quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm not gonna go in, but these were the Ladino people, not to be confused with Latino. They were Ladino, Suave, dark-skinned. They were Moors, and a lot of them were small hats. They were the same people who funded the slavery. These black folks that look like us and ain't us. Right. And after they fought with us in the wars and all the different wars that we had, they blended in with the tribes and would marry their way into their tribes. That's why your great grandmothers used to be like, "Nah, I don't like no Campbells. I don't like Harrises," because their tribes was infiltrated. They would marry their way into the tribes and do something that our people ain't never do: sell the land. And
I gotta jump in right there. Sell the land, or abandon the land. How many people have we heard of that? Their ancestors left them land, in the South, in the Midwest, and they didn't pay the taxes and lost the land, right?
Yeah. But I mean, it's just when they were sitting here, it's the way that they usurped us, and usurping people is a common thing that's been done throughout history. It's happening to I'm in New York. It's happening to us right here, right now. We being the real Black Americans. That's why when you go to Harlem and all that's not popping, because the black folk done left. They done went down south. They're gone. The real people that made New York is gone, and that was the soul of the place. Our people never stop being who we are.
Okay.
With names like Waukesha, names like Shaniqua from Shaniqua and Waukesha County in Wisconsin. Those are people who are descendants of the Seneca people. They lived in New York in Central Park, the Seneca Village, the same Seneca Village that they covered it up with water, like Lake Lanier, like to destroy our history of who we are.
Right. So I need you to land your plane. I'm getting backed up on calls.
Yeah. I just want to say that the old dirty bastard with Shinnecock. You can go to Long Island right now. There's all the Eastland, all the East Woodland tribes, melanated people, always have been. You know what I'm saying? When you see them black folk up and down the Conduit and all that riding horses in Brooklyn, those are Shinnecock. We still here. There's Gowanus people. We still here.
So I got to take other calls. I appreciate you.
Yep. All right.
Omar, is that you? Area code 646.
Going on, sir.
Hey, peace, man. I listen. I'm having beers. Thank you for your donations. Where do you want to start?
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. I know you got things moving, shaking, and popping as usual.
With you, man?
I just want to touch on the topic about Black people and Native Americans.
Are they pretending to be Native
That's
American? Pretending. I'm asking this with all due respect. There is a online community of Native Americans pushing back on the claims of FBA.
Well, I would think that they do have the right to push back somewhat because all people are not Native American, but me, such as myself, I actually have family. Like my great grandmother was a Cherokee Indian on my father's side. On my mother's side was Blackfoot and Cherokee, and we actually have it
now. So, did you do the research? Because that's a very, very
no. This is what I'm going to get to.
Very common claim. Cherokee women weren't fucking respectfully thousands and thousands of runaway slaves. Go ahead.
Well, this is what I'm gonna get into because at my family reunion there was actually research done, and they presented us a certificate on the origins of our family, and where they started from.
You got
paperwork.
You got paperwork.
Yeah.
You got paperwork.
Yeah.
Come on.
And my grandfather, he was actually born in Alcaloo, South Carolina. So, like, it doesn't mean about complexion or anything like that because, like Sunday touched on, it was whitewashing, but the extent of whitewashing is going throughout the diaspora when it deals with any people of color. Once the white people or they come in and they mix up the colors because they blend in with our skin, and over time through generations people get lighter. But that's happened throughout the course of history.
Can I jump in here for a second? Omar, right? You go. Omar got your donations. I want to make sure I address you.
Well, that's my government. But yeah. Well,
pardon self. But now hang on a second. Now, do those tribes recognize you? You said you got a certificate. Salute. Do you have any type of connection to them? Are you intertwined in any type of cultural events or business? Do they claim you?
I never even went that far into it because I'm like, I'm a FBA. I'm like, who's going to go to a reservation? Nobody is looking into that. My life is headed where it's headed already, and it's hard enough to keep in contact with regular family members.
I'm just asking because everybody's not trying to be connected to Native Americans. My father didn't fuck with some of the Apache people from Oklahoma and Arizona, and we've got extensive family books and things, and he told me the names. He said, "Don't fuck with these people. They're losers if they ever try to contact you." Just want to say that.
Yeah, no, I completely understand because you don't want to get involved with people. You don't know what they got going on, and people always got a sad story.
Yeah,
it's like you got to use the same 24 hours I got. You better get to it.
Right. It's okay. Go ahead and land your plane, so I'm backed up on calls. You have the final word. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was just it. I wanted to just let people know that. And also, if I can touch on the topic of as far as like men looking at women.
My goodness. Hold on. Let me put it on the screen here. Are you attracted to your demons? That's the question, sir. Demons.
Yes, yeah. I think that is something that you have to go through when you're young as a man. You know, you're attracted to those things. And as you mature and you start to realize that, you know, you have a life that you've established, you have to look for a woman that's for your program. If she's not fitting into your program, then your likes per se does not mean that it's better for you, because you need someone who's going to be beneficial to your life. Because you can have the baddest shorty in the world and she's going to be nothing but headaches, problems, and chaos.
Okay. I appreciate the call.
All right. Have a good night, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Hey, Janet, tapping in Sunday morning. Hey, Janet.
Hey, Star. How are you?
Good to hear from you. Listen, it's Sunday. I'm having a beer. For the last 2 days, I've been working like a fool, pulling out tree roots up under a goddamn driveway. But here I am. It's cracking.
Look at you, being strong. Just a strong person.
Well, what's going on?
Anyways, I was calling about this Native American thing.
Okay, come on.
And so what I want to say is that Black people, stop trying to claim things that are beneath us. You're looking at a people that are, DNA has shown that they're like 4% Division and like at least 2 to 3% Neanderthal. So they come from the family of Canaanites. Okay? And you know what Jesus said in Matthew's about Canaanites. You know, he called them dogs. So, you know, my whole thing is, if you're above something, don't try to make yourself to fit into something that's smaller than you.
Come on.
All right? Africa is the only place in the entire globe that doesn't carry these 2 genes. And you know what? I am proud not to be a descendant of Lilith and the beast that she was reproducing with on the earth.
Wait,
whoa,
No, go back now, because that's by way of Judaism. You're a Christian, right? So Adam's first wife, Lilith, that's in Jewish texts.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't subscribe to that. You don't subscribe to that. You go by Adam and Eve. That's your beginning, not Lilith, right?
I go by the Old Testament. And I told you before, I mentioned it, that my mother's first husband was Jew. She kind of converted. Gotcha. And then, you know, so anyway, those were her children when she made it with the beast.
Okay.
And she made all these people. Those are the ones who, when Cain left the so-called family, is the ones that he was afraid of. And he intertwined with them because he himself was the son of Lucifer. Okay, the first son. So, because as you know, if you read your Bible, the Bible say when you got Cain and Abel, when she gave birth to Abel, she said, "I have gave birth to man." It doesn't say that about Cain. At least I don't think it does, or I don't remember it does. So my whole thing with all this biblical and plus the science things behind it, don't belittle yourself to put yourself in a box just to be accepted by a society that has always been jealous of you and has always sought to take your place. And so just be proud of who you are. And if you are part Native American, then be proud of that. It's nothing to be ashamed of, but don't push yourself to be something that you're not. That's the only thing I have to say.
All right.
Okay?
Everything else good with you? I got one of your emails, but I just been so overworked here recently. I get into bed and crash out.
I don't know. Did I email you? I don't think I emailed you today. Did I? I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, so that's the only reason I was calling. And as far as the verses, Tyrese took it. Yes, he did.
Did he leave, or he just went away for a little part and then came back, Tyrese?
No, he went because somebody told him it was his time to do the interview, so that's where he went. But Tank and his background singer, they was throwing jabs at his girlfriend, Tyrese's girlfriend, while she was on the couch. That wasn't necessary because they did it in front of everybody. But he got them back though during the interview, so that was good. Yeah, so yeah, that's the reason I was calling. Oh, you know what?
Hold on a second, Janet. Hold on a second. TGT, that was Tyrese.
Genuine
and Tank.
Tank,
right?
Right.
Now, what happened with them? I know they didn't sell any units. So did Atlantic say we don't want a second album, or was there some type of issue with Genuine? I remember Genuine, something with the tour, and did he quit, or do you know what happened? I'm just trying to figure it out.
I'm in agreement with you. The rumors that they weren't getting along, things were happening. I don't know. You know, it wasn't.
Well, they weren't selling no units. They came nowhere close to gold. They were trying to market them like the new LSG, and LSG had two banging albums, you know. But TGT,
that was Levert, right?
No, Levert, Sweat, and Gill, LSG.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's the only reason I was calling. I was just telling black folks to pat themselves on the back. You have no Neanderthal, no Canaanite blood in you at all. And if you read Matthew, having Canaanite blood in you is not a good thing to have.
We're just
okay.
We're just talking.
All right.
Thank you,
Janet. So it's like, you know, when it rains and you know who hair smell like what. So there you have it.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Janet.
peace out. Night, everyone.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Janet tapping in. Area code 215. Good morning. We're just talking about a few things here. Are you there? 215.
What's up, Troy? What's going on with you this morning?
Yeah. Do I know you, sir? Do I know you?
I mean, I call all the time. Yeah.
Well, the name's Star, sir. If I don't know you, don't act like we know each other. Star, sir. Shining bright for all to see, sir. Star.
My fault, Star. Good morning, Star.
How can I help you, sir?
Did I hear you say the little white boy called you Steve?
Yeah, I'm not telling no goddamn little white kid my government name.
That
Steve.
was funny. That was funny.
Kind of like Steve McQueen, or I might say Sean or Angel. You know, white kids are dangerous, sir. People think it's only the black kids that are dangerous. White kids, lining up.
Yeah.
Come on.
Listen, I talked about that with you the last time I called, but I just had a couple of things I wanted to share with you and the audience. I'm sure you probably already know them because I don't think you would drop out, man. I think you're a little more intelligent than that.
No. So I dropped out George Washington High School, 1982. I just, I said, I don't need what they're teaching me here. I learned this already. I'm out of here. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, yeah, you seem a little smarter than somebody who dropped out of school. But I mean, stranger things are happening. But I wanted to say about us being Native Americans, and I don't believe that we are Native Americans. I called you on this topic before.
Okay.
It's a lot of things that we as Black or African-based people have brought to America that I know a lot of our people live off of like ignorance, not knowing, and just wanting to be like a couple other callers were saying, just closer to whiteness. Like the fact that it's rice in America, that comes from Africans being brought to America. Yams, like sweet potato yams, that also comes from Africa. I'm calling from 215, right? So we got a famous preacher that was from here. He lived in the 1700s. His name was Richard Allen.
Okay.
They also named a famous housing project after this guy. The name of his church was the AME Church. And you know what the A in the AME Church stand for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it stands for African. So this is a guy that was born before the United States was even a country. And he started a church called the African Methodist Episcopalian Church. So, I mean, he must have known that he wasn't a Native American. The other things that I wanted to bring up was that the British colonized Africa
where most of our people come from, or my people, I'm sorry, I don't want to put you in that boat. And they left Africa in the mid 20th century. Like the Europeans still have a foothold in Africa, like the French. They just being kicked out of some of them countries right now. So, I mean, and one of the callers also said the 5 tribes. The 5 tribes not only own black, but they fought for the Confederacy, like to keep the Confederacy flowing, like to keep the slavery going. You got Lloyd's of London, right? The famous insurance company that's still in business.
Mm-hmm.
They still in business right now.
Yeah.
Like they have their books that say that they insured hundreds and hundreds of slave voyages.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you could go to their books and say, oh, well, you know, yeah, we insured this ship, that ship, that ship, this ship. It's hundreds of words in the English language, in American English, that we use every day that are African words. The last 2 things that I'm going to say is we have a blood disease known as sickle cell anemia, right? It's a disease that a lot of black people have that comes from, it's a tropical blood disease. America is not a tropical place. So it's no way that if we was native to the United States or this landmass, that we would have that disease. So, I mean, those are just a few things that you could come up with to say that we're not Native Americans. Black people aren't in places in mass like North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana. Like, you might find a couple black people there, but you could find plenty. I think one of your other callers said like in Alaska or something. It's all the Native Americans. It's 50% Native American. Like, if we was Native Americans, we would be all around in these states, like Wyoming and Idaho. Like, we are in the places.
Can I jump in?
And in the Northeast, of course.
To be fair, do you think that the bloodlines have become diluted over the centuries? And, you know, I mean, there's no such thing as a pure race, and race, as we know it, is a social construct. But do you think that bloodlines have become mixed, diluted, and, you know, more black people are native than other groups want to acknowledge them by way of, and because of racial hatred and people being prejudiced? Do you think that is a way to denounce their true connections to being native?
All right, I'm gonna answer both. I'm gonna answer that question. I do believe that they are. Everybody is diluted,
right?
But I don't believe that race is a social construct, because there are differences between. Like, you can't say that a Japanese person looks like a Ghanaian. Like, so there has to be some way to differentiate those 2 groups of people. Like, somebody born in Norway doesn't look like somebody. A native Norwegian doesn't look like a native Mexican. So it has to be a way to differentiate those people. So we can't say that's a social construct. A blonde-haired, blue-eyed person doesn't look like a straight-haired, brown-skinned Central American.
I'm just Googling something, but guys, so you do think that the bone structures and the anthropology and stuff like that, you think that there's merit to it? And I couldn't remember his name. Johann Friedrich
Blumenbach. You talking about Blumenbach? Yeah, Blumenbach. Yep.
So
yeah, he was the person who kind of. Yeah.
But now, hang on, because his work, for the most part, has been debunked. Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, born 1752, died 1840, a German medical doctor. A lot of his work has been debunked, but you say there's truth to what he was saying. I just want to be clear.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying phenotypically, I mean, you have to, if you're going to, it's kind of like looking at a bird, right? Like a pigeon and a dove are both considered doves, but there's a difference between a dove and a pigeon. Okay. So we have to consider a pigeon, like, if he's brown, or I'm sorry, he's gray and black, and they had an iridescent thing, and a regular dove is white. I mean, you got this regular little, like a blue jay and a cardinal, two they kind of look the same, but they're both birds. I'm sure if you mated them, they could have offspring. You know, like a wolf and a coyote. They both are dogs, right? They both come from that canine family, but they're both different animals.
Okay.
So it's the same. I feel like it's the same
I have
thing
no
with us.
problem. I have no problem with anything that you're saying. We were just, talking. I'm sitting here having a beer. Let me ask you a question. Just curveball. Do you believe in time traveling? Time traveling.
If I can't say it don't exist. I have no evidence of that, but I can't say that it doesn't exist. I can't say that it does exist.
I suspect that I'm a time traveler and a shape shifter. Don't laugh. A time traveler and a shape shifter. Some of the dreams that I have, and nightmares, if you will, they seem a little too real. You find any merit to that? Time travel.
That's definitely a curveball. I mean, I don't think you.
I'm having a couple of beers. I'm having a couple of beers. You sound like a very intelligent man. I'm gonna let you land your plane. Time traveling.
I don't think
shape shifting.
I don't think you Marty McFly. I don't think Troy Terrain, Mr. Star, is Marty McFly.
No.
However, if there is time travel, I don't have any evidence of it. I can't speak to it. I don't know. It might be. It might be the reason why we had a Mandela effect as well. I'm sure you heard about that.
Of course. I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good evening.
Yes, sir. Area code 484. Good morning.
Hey, Star.
Good morning, sir.
Listen, man. Good morning, man.
Good morning.
Yeah. About that kid in your hood, man.
No, sir. Easy, sir. Sir, we're not discussing little white boys.
Okay, all right.
No.
I was going to discuss something else besides the white boy.
Okay. Go ahead. Where do you want to start?
I was just going to say one of the best things I ever learned in my life is never joke around with no kid.
No.
Understand? Because they'll never respect you. Okay? Now, about the demon. Okay? I'm attracted to the demon in me because if somebody mess with me, that's who they're going to see. Understand?
No, sir. The question on the screen is, are you attracted to your demons? We all have demons. Yes, no? Maybe not in the not in the mystical sense, but we all have people that are leeches, life suckers, hanger-ons, people who just try to drain you. Back in the days, we used to call them mental vampires. We've all got those types, but in terms of the ones that you're attracted to, can you admit that, it's something within you that you like about them?
Yeah. It protects me. Understand? In order to protect yourself against a monster, you have to be a monster.
Okay.
Understand? Okay. In order to defend yourself against monsters, that monster has to come out of you to protect yourself.
Now we're talking.
Okay? And that's the demon. That's the demon in me. Because if you was to come at me in a certain way, the demon will present itself. It may not present itself to the person that's attacking me, but it's going to present itself to myself. Okay. I'm going to be aware. Understand that this dynamic defensive side is coming out. So calm down. I have to calm down. You know what I'm saying? And that's about it.
Hang on a second. Stay with me, sir. Sounds like are you grooving? What's going on with you? All right? Sunday morning.
Yeah, man. Yo, I'm chilling hardcore, man.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Well, listen, you're making a lot of sense. You're making sense. I just want you to catch your breath. Do you have a beer next to you or a glass of milk? Sounds like you need a glass of milk. You all right?
I got some Tang.
Okay. Wow.
I'm drinking Tang, man.
Wow. You old nigga. Tang. They don't know. These kids don't know what Tang is. You old nigga. All right. Now hang on a second. With regards to being attracted to your demons, do you and the demons, do you manifest together, or do you just use each other for a certain period of time?
Well, the demon in me, it don't show itself. It's he's my protector. Yeah, the angel part of me, I don't know. I'm not sure about that part.
Well, sir, you just said he. I'm talking about the ones that you're attracted to. So I would imagine
I'm attracted to
females. Yes,
I'm attracted to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, I'm attracted.
Take your time. So
I'm attracted to the demon in me.
Okay, so now the question was, do you manifest with your demons, or do you just use each other for a short period of time?
Demons. No, we manifest.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, if you come at me wrong, understand the demons is going to help bring solutions to that.
Okay.
Understand? It may not come out at a particular moment.
All right.
But the demon in me, that attractive demon, is thinking, oh yeah, all right, okay, he did that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate the call, man. Just take it easy. You're inside, stay inside. And salute.
I don't mean to laugh.
Salute.
Yeah, but everything is.
Thank you for the call, sir. Sound like that old English 800 flow, and that's fine. I'm sitting here on my fourth beer. That's fine. Okay, you're a new viewer. Your name is Mary. Hi, Mary. She says, I never heard of Lilith. Let me see if she sent in a nice donation. Hold on a second. Guys, the Cash App link is at the top of the live chat. Mary just sent a nice donation. I'm not sure how old she is, but she says, you never heard of Lilith. Well, hold on. See what I can find for you. Again, in order to reach a rational awakening, I had to do intense research over the decades and find out what it is that I am denouncing. This is an AI video, but it's got some good information. Here we go. Can you guys hear that?
We all have heard of Adam and Eve, who, according to the Bible, were the first couple of human beings created by God. But an ancient Jewish myth contests that Eve was the first woman. This myth states that before Eve, there was another woman, Lilith. Unlike Eve, who came from Adam's rib, Lilith emerged from clay along with Adam. Since she was created by God in the same way as Adam, Lilith did not submit to her husband's commands because she thought she was equal to him and did not accept Adam's domination. Lilith and Adam inhabited the Garden of Eden, but Lilith's rebellion put her in a situation where she was forced to choose between submitting to her husband or leaving the Garden of Eden. Lilith was not willing to give up her independence. Therefore, she opted to leave Adam and the Garden of Eden behind. The first woman ever created went into exile and settled herself near the Red Sea. God sent angels in an attempt to convince Lilith to return to the Garden of Eden, but she turned her back on God. Without his wife, Adam started to feel lonely. God, seeing that he was struggling with loneliness, decided to create a new woman for him, Eve. Due to her decision to reject the Creator, Lilith was demonized. She was now considered a woman-shaped demon. In her demonic shape, she would have the power to instigate disease in newborn children, and to protect children from evil, the babies were given amulets with the names of the angels who tried to take Lilith back to Eden. These stories affirm that Lilith was jealous of the happy life Adam and Eve led in paradise, and, as an act of revenge, she assumed the shape of a serpent and tricked Eve, forcing her and Adam to taste the forbidden fruit.
Okay. There you go, Mary. Thank you for your donation. For more information on Lilith, go to the Alphabet of Ben Sira. Alphabet of Ben, B-E-N, Sira, S-I-R-A. Again, it's just, ancient Jewish texts. It is text, so for those who care, right? Let me go to this caller here, late night. This person's been on hold for a while. Area code 585. Thank you for your patience. Sunday morning, are you there? 585.
Yes, sir.
How are you? Good morning.
I'm doing good, Star. Yeah, I wanted to answer your question about our black people pretending to be Native Americans.
Okay.
Well, I mean, just logically, if you think about it, I mean, foundational black Americans, we built the country, so we are native to America. I mean, there wasn't no America before we built it.
Okay.
Most foundational black Americans does have indigenous descendants in their family. My third great grandmother was from the Yamasee tribe. My mom's side of the family, they came from.
Aren't they down in Florida? They did in Florida, the Yamasees? I forget.
Well, yeah, they migrated. There's a book called the Yamasee tribe from Florida to South Carolina,
right,
when they was fighting the Brits, and then they end up moving right back to Florida.
They were down there with the Seminoles. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Went back down there with the Seminoles. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, and how I think about the people that call themselves Native Americans now, as far as the tribes, I would never call myself a tribe. Foundational black Americans, we're like a combination of the Aboriginals that was already here, the Moors, the Africans that was brought over through the transatlantic slave trade. So we're a combination of all that. But to just say that we're just one of those things, I don't think that's accurate. But if some people want to claim to be that, I would think that's probably more of Tethers who's trying to claim to be that, so they can kind of link themselves to FBA some kind of way. But I think the people who, even the red Mongolian people who claim that they're Native Americans, I mean, that's a kind of a colonized term to say Native American. So if you have knowledge of who your tribe was before it was called America, then you should call yourself that. I mean, I thought this place was called like Turtle Island or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So why would you call yourself a Native American that the colonizers called you? You know what I mean? Like you would know history of what the land was called before that. Just like what Africans calling themselves Africans, like didn't somebody white named it Africa? What was it called before it was Africa?
Africa. Africa.
Okay. I didn't know that. You talk to a lot of Africans, they don't know that either. So, my thing is that, they whitewash Jesus Christ, they try to whitewash the Egyptians, and, they whitewash the Native Americans. So the indigenous people that's in the land of Native America. So, that was just my take.
Can I jump in? Stay with me. I appreciate the call. Now, back when I was a quote unquote believer, I preferred a white Jesus over a black Jesus, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, when I saw that episode of Good Times with the black Jesus on the wall, I said, what is this shit? What is this? You remember that? The black Jesus and James and the family was getting good luck. They were getting jobs and money. Remember that? Are you not that old?
I just turned 40 in February.
Oh, okay,
so
right.
I didn't watch it go.
But now to be objective, there's so much oral history by way of melanated people, but sadly they did not document a lot of things. Now, if you look at the Egyptians and the hieroglyphics and stuff like that, okay, but now they would not claim black people in America, right? They wouldn't claim black people.
Right.
No.
Right, but you did.
So my question.
I'm sorry.
So my question was: the European, the Caucasian, was it necessary for them to give things labels and create terms that people now are rejecting or have rejected over time? But was it necessary once upon a time to categorize things and label people? I'm just asking.
Yeah, for the Europeans, it absolutely was. It was necessary for them. But if you consider yourself the original people and you're Native American, you should have a lot of information on who you were before the Europeans came and named you. Or if you're African, you should have a lot of information and knowledge about who you were before they came and named you Africa. So if you don't have that knowledge, then you can't be that native, or you can't have that much knowledge about anything, you know. So that's just my take on that.
Any thoughts with regards to the showrunner? Are you attracted to your demons, or is that hogwash?
I mean, yeah, I'm attracted to my demons. I think I look for the good in people who might relate towards who relate to me a little bit, as far as how I grew up. And sometimes I think that's like something bad to have. You know what I mean? Like they think always seeing good in people who come from where you come from. You know what I mean? To give them the benefit of the doubt, and you end up getting burned a lot of times. So yeah, I'm attracted to. Yeah,
I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Yes, sir, Star. Thank you.
Thank you.